everyone, it is Thursday the 7th of April, the time is 6:34 p.m. and the temperature is 29 degrees. We're at Lakeside MRT station. Going to walk towards Boon Lay today, and we're going to make a stop at the park and have a look at the wetlands, part of that floating wetlands platform. There's a little bit of construction going on around there, but we'll see how it goes. And first step is just keying our way through here. The MRTs are going, people are heading home. And there's quite a nice view actually of the greenery outside there through here and the areas. Before we can actually make it out. And of course, as you saw in the beginning, still have to wear masks inside stations and trains. As I walk down the stairs, I'm getting my ticket ready so I can get out of the barriers here. There we go. Actually, I do kind of want to see this view here while we do walk out. So a fairly busy Thursday evening here with people, I think, just making their way home. So the trains are full, but nothing too drastic compared to many other places in the world. But yeah, enough not to get a seat. Of course, I came here all through the city. It's in the western part of Singapore. And we're just next to the Chinese garden as well, which is now closed. Unfortunately, it's a very pretty park with some really beautiful pagodas, and we'll be able to see some of those, I think, a little bit from this side. There's also construction all the way around here. So we'll need to navigate this and cross over. The trains, of course, are up there. So cross over and follow Yuan Ching Road to the park. The side is the construction side. And then I won't do too long a tour through the park itself, but we'll have a look. And then we'll head over to the park connector, I think. We'll see how it goes. There's still a little bit of light left. And quite a lot of traffic as well. People heading home. Well, we do have a sign for the Jurong Lake Gardens, and there is an access point to the water side there, so let's go and have a look. It's very busy around here. So I rarely venture out to the west of Singapore. I do it, but this is definitely kind of a rarer thing than seeing me in other parts, either in city center or east. I kind of like this design of the station here. It has a roof with a Chinese feel to it, kind of a temple-like design. And I do like the trains being up there. Interesting. So I know, just straighten the camera there, sorry about that. So the construction here does go around all around the park, unfortunately. So seeing from the train up there, it's not maybe as idyllic as it has been. Stick to this side and go have a look at the floating platform. This, of course, being the time of the day when people are very much out and about in parks like this. Wow, that's a lovely view. You can see the Chinese garden with its pagoda is right there on the other side. And that will be closed for quite a while, I think. Here's the map of Jurong Lake and the floating wetlands, floating boardwalk. And you can see all the way around there, there's construction. You can hear the construction. But this area itself looks really lovely. And if it wasn't such a overcast day, I think we'd be having a sunset in a few moments. We will still have a sunset, of course, but not visible around here. Wow, this is really nice. Do really like it. So this is the first time I'm visiting the floating wetlands. I've seen quite a few nice videos from here. Here's the information on it. Water playground for families in the west. Oh, there's a bird. It is really, really pretty. On the other side is the construction. I'm going past Chinese gardens on the train. You can really see they've, oh, big fish. They've blocked everything off. The ground is open around the big pagoda. It's really getting a new look. But I'm sure once it's open, it's going to be just lovely. What a nice area. Around here there's a big bird going around, fishing over the water as well. Very calm. Except for the noise of the construction. I'm kind of blocking it from my mind. I hope you can too. Really nice to finally visit here. And I think we do have another walkway that leads to the rest of the park. I'll walk a little bit and then hopefully find a way that I can take towards Boon Lay. And we'll walk towards the station, following the park connector. Even with the construction going around, I think it's really really, really special place worth a visit. Just look at the greenery on the side there. People are sitting there, just relaxing. How lovely. But we do have a block here, I think. So the way here might be blocked. Might have to go around. If that's the case, I'm going to pause here, go back where I came from. There's an area that's not for recording, that's I think some kind of water facility. And I'll pick this up when I'm near to the park, so we don't have to walk through the construction. There's a train coming in. So I'll see you very shortly in the park. So I think we're just a few steps away from going back into the park. It does say Jurong Lake Gardens here. So I'll have a look at the oh, Riverside, sorry. The view is completely up. Have a view here and then head back over to the park connector. And on the other side as well, a lot of this is blocked. There's a notice here. So this is also part of developing the Chinese and Japanese gardens. I do think we'll get a glimpse here. Yes, we do, of the water. It's a very nice area here, and also another boardwalk over there if you feel like being really close to the water. And these views will be so much nicer when the construction is done. That's the Floating Wetlands that we just visited. It's a really nice park, and you could go on and on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back. Maybe through here. If there was a route here, I think there was. That's the whole area. If you are interested in seeing, it's quite a big area to walk, especially as the Chinese and Japanese gardens open again. It's a really, really nice area to explore, and I'm sure I'll be back to have a look at that, but we'll go back and walk along the park connector. Of course, quite a few residential buildings around here as well. That's why you have the crowded trains. development here at the roadside. It's very, very green. Kind of interesting trees. On the other side is secondary school. This is the entrance to the park that we took. And these are the lights for crossing onto the park connector. Let's just see, is it closed on the left side? No, people are going in, so I think we'll take the left side. And there are people already waiting in the light, so with any luck. The lights will also change soon, hopefully. Here we go. This map of the park connector. So fairly common thing to find between two different park areas here. With, I think, the Jurong River in the middle there. Of course, the school here on my left. And then residential buildings all around. It's a very green area, like they tend to be. And it will be a pretty nice evening for anyone jogging or walking, cycling around here as well. It's not too warm. Well, it is warm. Always in Singapore it's warm. But having been an overcast day and even a little bit rainy day, it's not too bad. I guess these buildings would have a pretty nice view on the water side. It's quite green around here. Some people also reading, just sitting there, spending time, which is quite nice to do around here. And the signboards around here telling us to stop and smell the roses. Don't see any roses, but I guess it's a good message. I think definitely if you kind of want to get the feel of these park connectors, it's a good time to come early evening just at sunset. I think that's when most people will be out using them, and they're still light. There are some quite interesting looking houses around here. They're not kind of standard look with the almost round shape of the building ahead there. And then these, which look like, I don't know, remind me of something like Spain maybe, very green with the plants. And someone's cooking something that smells really, really, really good. I don't know if you could actually also hear them cooking, but there was some sizzling. This is quite nice to have the sounds of life around here. And some others are eating at the patios they have there with a glass of wine. Quite a nice thing to do, watching people. That's actually one of the things I like to do, people watching. This building is very, very uniquely shaped. It's almost round, if not round. Little exercise corner on my left. It's almost like another path next to me there. It's just we're there with quite a few people walking out. Well done. And it's that time now of the evening when the sun is setting, well, probably just right about now, even though you can't tell because it's overcast. And the birds are singing. think what we might do is keep going for a little bit here, and then at the next point cross. Oh, there's no filming here. Okay, no filming. I'll have to stop for a moment. Okay, and so just to explain to you, this is the big road that the park connector ends up at. Also changed my camera frame rate because it got dark. Somewhere over there in the distance is where the park connector comes to this road, and there is no crossing there, so that's kind of a disappointing thing. Just got confused, distracted by the joggers here. We're going into the park. There's a McDonald's here as well, of course. Jurong Point shopping center is right there, but we'll make a little detour past the McDonald's into the park. But yeah, the disappointing thing is not that there's an industrial site that you cannot film and inspection site all along that park connector, but it is really disappointing to come out of the park connector and then not be able to continue into the park. You have to walk quite a bit of distance along this roadside here, the big road here, and not even be able to cross to the other side, where of course the other park is. So some of the people running here are still making that crossing. There's basically even a barrier in between, but you can easily jump over it if you wanted to. But that just seems like unnecessarily difficult and dangerous if you have a park connector. Surely the idea should be that it connects the two parks just like that, and you can continue your run without going into basically find crossing point quite a distance away. It's also not such a nice area in terms of being industrial. So yeah, it's not the best thing for your evening run. But here we are, coming to Jurong Central Park now, with the McDonald's for after your run. So it's already getting dark, but I think hopefully we'll still catch a little bit of how it is around here. We've got lights. And the plan is still to keep walking towards Boon Lay, which is just there next to the shopping. But I did want to catch a little bit of a view of the park as well, as it is getting dark. So it continues along here, along the riverside of Jurong River. There are quite a few bats around. Don't know if the camera is picking those up. They tend to be around at this time, anywhere where there's water. It's a very common sight, I think anywhere in Asia. Oh wow, where does this bridge go? I think it might actually go towards the station. because that is of course the train. I think it will at least give us a nice view. If nothing else, we're seeing the trains. Must be station entrance. We'll see in a moment, won't we? Definitely a pedestrian bridge over the street here. We're kind of at treetop level. This is an interesting tower, telling us it's 7:24. So I walked a lot longer than this video is. At the moment, that's fine. It was a pretty nice walk anyway. I don't think there is an entrance to the station. I think it's just the pedestrian bridge to the other side. The construction site around there as well. And I think my plan is to continue my walk tonight further along towards Pioneer Station. So I think what I'll do is I'll thank you for joining me for this walk from Lakeside MRT to Boon Lay MRT station and the Jurong Point shopping center here. Hope you enjoyed seeing these areas and the parks, park connector. If you'd like to see more videos, you'd like to see the video I'm going to film in Jurong West, then you can consider subscribing if that's something you'd like to do, and you can subscribe like to any channel on YouTube. If not, you're also welcome to join anyway for the next one, with the view of the MRT and the residential buildings here, where people probably are tuning in to their TVs and shows and whatever. Those lights in the windows, they're kind of a nice thing to see, reassuring thing to see. People are home from work. Anyway, with these views, thank you so much for today, and I hope I'll see you again soon.